You're very welcome to the Erevo Farm Profitability Programme channel. My name is Roberta MacDonald and I'll be talking to you today around silage budgets. So we're going to do a silage budget here, roughly for 80 cows, 20 heifers and 20 calves. So what do we need? Well, if we're going to have cows milking off this silage, it needs to be very good quality. And if we're going to have heifers growing off this silage, it needs to be very good quality. But when we're talking about dry cows at a reasonably good body condition at drying off, we're looking at 68 to 70 DMD silage. So how are we going to achieve this? First of all, we're looking at our high quality silage, 74 DMD for our milkers and our heifers. We need it for 80 cows, 20 and calf heifers and 20 weanlings. 80 cows, they're roughly going to need 4 to 500 kilos of silage at the shoulders. 80 multiplied by the 400 gives us 32 tonne. We have 20 and calf heifers. If they're indoors for 150 days, they'll need about 9 kilos a day, 27 tonne. And the same 20 multiplied by 150 multiplied by 5 gives us 15 tonne. So this tells us we need 74 tonne of 74 plus DMD silage. Okay, so if we're looking for this silage, in this scenario we're getting half it from bales. So half of 74 is 37 tonne. And if there's about 180 kilos of dry matter in every bale, well then we need 200 bales to give us 37 tonne. Our other half is going to come from pit silage. If we are looking for very, very top quality silage, we're not going to be bulking up a big cut. We're going to take about 5 tonne per hectare of a cut because we're going to be cutting it around the 20th of May. So what I did here is I divided my 5 tonne a hectare into my 37 tonne. It tells me I need 7 hectares of this type of silage, or 17 acres. But it's important that I cut it by the 20th of May. Otherwise, that 74 tonne will not be 74 plus DMD silage. It'll be a lot lower. Okay, so now we're looking for silage for our dry cows. We're saying they're in fairly good condition. We're asking for 68 to 70 DMD silage. So for 80 cows, we're saying they'll be dried for about 125 days, or they'll be wintered for 125 days. They'll eat about 11 kilos a day. So 80 multiplied by 125 multiplied by 11 tells us 110 tonne. Our 110 tonne of 68 to 70 DMD silage, I'm going to take it all into the pit. So this means I need a bulkier cut, and I'm estimating I'm going to take 7.5 tonne per hectare of a cut. Okay, so 7.5 divided into 110 tells me I need 14.5 hectares to cut. But because it's bulkier, I won't be cutting it in May, I'll cut it in June. So remember, if I'm looking for a bulkier cut, I'm going to get a lower quality silage, but that's what I'm looking for here for my dry cows. So remember, dividing our 7.5 tonne into 110 tells me I need 14.5 hectares of this type of silage. Alternatively, I can get this from my second cut, which I won't be cutting until late July.